Oh, no, I can't go. So EDL, we are back. Week one in the books. This is actually, I'm just going to keep it real with everyone. This is take two. We had some technical difficulties. DZ froze mid cigarette, just blow. It was just, it had him up there. We lost connection. He said I was echoing. It was pretty much a shit recording. So we're going to try this again. But it started out fucking phenomenal. And this one,
Perfect game. We had a perfect game going,
we
Nate.
were just smoking. But yeah, we're already going slower, so let's make up some time. Week one, awesome. Everything went great. League's up and running. Nothing's canceled, right? COVID can't hold me down. We got a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about last week's games, recap what went on. We're going to preview week two, talk about those games. First, DZ, we got to do a little bit of house cleaning. We gotta. You can hear me? Everything's good.
Yeah,
I'm
clean
all
up, bro.
I'm all
Clean
fucking
up.
paranoid. House cleaning. That's what we did. We cleaned up. We definitely got after it. Went in there, and this may be the first time in I don't know how long, a year, just about, that the site is, I think, knock on wood, 100% up to date. If you go look at it, I went through these past few days. I have penalties that are taken care of, up to date. I went through all of last year's ones, the off season of ones that counted, whatnot, up to just everything this year. Everyone has their penalties in there. Everyone's contract years, everyone is good there. There was no issues that way. But I do suggest you go look at your penalties here, know what they are, because there is a few people who are close. If you make a big trade, sign a player, blah, 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 all that good stuff, you may go over, maybe close. So take a look at your penalty years. Again, anything that's cut now goes to next year, all the way up until cut day. The day after cut day is when it goes to the following season. But penalties up to date. Blind bidding. All the blind bidding from last week is recorded, put on your teams. E-bucks are taken away. All the details are in there. Also, survivor money and confidence picks money is taken out of everyone's roster. Casey was the only one that decided to opt out of the confidence picks. Don't know how you're slacking on that. But he isn't Survivor. Everyone else took $2 out. Casey lost $1 on your blind bidding stuff. What else do we got going on? Contracts. Everyone's contracts are up to date. I'm all buzzing. I can't know. I'm now paranoid over everything. Contracts are up to date. If you go look at your team, you now have details on everything that went. If you drafted a guy this year, his details are in there. I also went back and did a lot of the trades that were from previous, over the course of the last year that weren't in there. If you do see anything on your roster with any kind of the blind bidding, contract details, whatever, that is wrong, let me know. I'll get it taken care of. But I do believe everything's up and running 100%. Blind bidding, just everything looks good to me. Let me know if anything is off. Next bit of stuff we have to talk about before we get into the actual what had happened in week one, DZ. We got a little situation, if you will, with backup players and the new implemented backup everything. Everyone knows how that goes. This is possibly a method to manipulate what the rule is. Possibly, I don't know if it's a strategy point, a manipulation point. I don't know if it's necessarily an exploit, but anyways, I'm going to make it known to everybody what it is that could be manipulated. Kind of give a scenario. Hopefully you can follow me with, imagine what I'm talking about, that because it's kind of hard to write down, whatnot, so I felt like this would be the best way to tell everyone. So for this scenario, I'm going to play DZ in the EDL. So I'm playing DZ. It's Monday morning. I'm down 10 points. Okay? DZ's roster's done, so I already know he's done. I'm down 10 points. I have one guy left to go who is a wide receiver who is questionable on Monday night. Okay? Knowing that he's questionable, may or may not play, I have a wide receiver in my backup spot to plan for this situation. I also have a linebacker who did not make my starting 19 who also plays Monday night, so on my bench. Now, the way to manipulate it is if my backup player had already played on Sunday and he scored 20 points and my wide receiver ended up being inactive, I would use my backup wide receiver and I would know that I would win the game. Now, on the flip side, if he scored 5 points and I was down 10, I could put in my linebacker and I knew that would give me the best chance to win. May not win, but it would give me the best chance. Kind of know what was going to happen before it was going to happen. I'm not sure if this it's kind of takes the perfect amount of things, perfect storm to happen to really take big time advantage of this the way to play backup players. Not sure if it's game breaking, not sure if it needs like a big halt, stop everything, freak out, we got to fix this right now. Figured the best way to bring it up is to say it on here and instead of try to type it out in the chat. People can talk about it, and if they think it's a big deal, if it's not a big deal, if it's something we need to fix right now. DZ, do you have any opinions or anything on the backup players?
Well, I talked with you about this last night off the air. I talked about this with you on our first take that didn't go through, and you know how I feel. This was voted through, and if you got a problem with it, bring it up now. Like, do not wait till the playoffs and you get fucking screwed by this rule. I will literally tell you to fuck off. Bring it up now or just don't bitch about it later because it might come into play, dude. It might come into play. And it's something that, in my opinion, we should just see it through for the year and then make adjustments in next owners meeting in the offseason. But if 8 people want to come together or more or whatever it takes to get that to go, I'm all for an emergency change of the rule.
Yeah, just let's talk about it again. I don't know if it's game breaking to me, but if we do need a Band-Aid, a quick fix, something, we can come up with it in the chat. But yes, I completely agree. Bring it up now. Let's get it taken care of if it even needs to be taken care of.
If the scenario comes up in the playoffs, it's going to be an issue. That's why people need to say something now or forever hold your fucking peace.
I agree. Before this week, for sure. Let's get it hammered out. But that's it for the manipulation of the backup players. But now everyone's aware of it, so it's not like something where you're backdoored and didn't know and you're pissed off. And if it does need a fix or if maybe people want to treat it more as a strategy point, it can be taken care of now or this week. So let it be known in the owners chat. Now for the better part of what's going on, because that's enough house cleaning and things to talk about, let's talk about week 1. Let's talk about the stuff that happened in football that we've been waiting. Didn't even know if football was going to go down this year, but it did. And you know who else went down, DZ? 6 of us owners in the survivor pool.
Ugh.
Indianapolis broke a couple hearts, broke 4 hearts to be exact. Mine. I think Seward was in there. Jerome and Edwards. Yep. And then you and Pete went down with the 49ers. I don't know how you trusted them. Went down, but that's 6 of us that are out. We only have Robbie. Robbie's ready to go in week 2 already. But there's 6 left, already half the league. So we'll see how long Survivor. It's no one knows really what's going on this year, so it kind of makes sense. Confidence, again, we see Robbie up top with Bird. Bird's leading the way, but him and Bird are right up there. Edwards, whatnot. Everyone's still pretty tight. A lot of ways to go. Don't forget to do them because that's usually how people get knocked out. I feel like low scoring confidence week, but again, you kind of don't know what's going on with no preseason, no anything else. So it's expected. What else do we have? Pete, high points this week. Good work, my man. Let me see if I can find 256.1. That was good. We'll talk about more of that here in a second. Top players of the week. I am commissioner right now. All right, cool. Top players of the week was Devontae Adams. Top performers. Jesus, I'm blind. Anyways, Devontae Adams, Josh Jacobs got over 40 points. Again, wasn't a smoking big week from anyone. Kind of showed in the overall scores. We did have a bunch of quarterbacks. I looked at this a minute ago. Trubisky with 30 points. I don't know if Trubisky's ever had a 30-point game before, but I just saw that a minute ago. Kind of funny.
I bet he has.
Maybe he had a couple big ones real early.
Well, it was like his rookie or second year. He showed some signs, and he was kind of running around a little bit, kind of like a Josh Allen-esque type of game. Everything's been downhill since then.
Yeah. Also, DZ, if you saw, we did talk about this a little bit. Pete dropped a little picture in the group chat, captured an image that showed the record of some of the divisions, what they were, and you know my main takeaway from his little picture was, I see a lot of good teams landlocked for the number one spot in their division right here. I see a lot of first place holders. There's only two lowly teams, two bottom of the barrel teams in the whole league right now that don't have a share of the first. And that'd be your Birdman and Edwards. That's what I took away from Pete's picture here. Nothing to do with the divisions, their wins and loss records. No, I'm just kidding. Obviously, Pete, he showed pointing out that we are the whole East Division is off to a faceplant with 0-1s for all of us, and then the Central Division, where Pete resides, is a 1-0 the whole division. So
is he really trying to cook up some like division, like the whole division debate right now, like for real?
Well, I got some stuff for you, DZ. 0-4, 0-4 for a whole division to start 0-4. The last time it happened was 2017, and that was the West. Before that, it was 2015, and that was the East. And then it was 2014, which was the Central. So it's happened to all of us at least once.
All right.
The Central, who is undefeated, which kudos to them. I will, that's a good credit. But that's happened one other time, DZ. One other time, and that was 2014. And guess who the other division is that got that feat done?
Gotta be the East, right?
Gotta be the East. 2014, we needed Michael Henderson to do it. But we did get it done in 2014. He was there representing. Individually this week, a lot of good shit, a lot of good wins. We're about to get into it. Probably the biggest, I'm going to give it away right now, the biggest win of the week. We're giving it to Matt over Jerome. Matt got his first week 1 victory since he's been in the EDL. Can I get a golf clap, DZ? Something? Good work, Matt. Getting the first victory week
that,
1.
Matt.
No, hey,
I got his first. I don't need him winning games.
Couple other stuff. Tito got a win. We're going to talk about this. So Tito got a win, but he is the only owner that is eligible to go 2-0 this year and last year. Nobody else is eligible to get it done. Also, another side note, Rupp with his 6th consecutive week 1 victory. Last time he lost was 2014. That was to you, DZ. But Rupp peeling off 6 week 1s in a row. Good way to start every freaking year. On the flip side, we have Jerome, who is yet to get a week 1. This is only his 2nd year, so he's still got a ways to go. I think Matt had 4 years running before he got his first week 1. Jerome's on year 2, but Jerome's yet to get a win. Yet to get a win in week 2, so maybe he changes that up this week. We'll see. And then Robbie, my guy. We'll fix this next year. 6th consecutive week 1 loss. Man. He has not won since 2014. 2014's popping up a lot. Last person that Robbie beat in week 1, our good old buddy Brett Emineth, not even in the league anymore. So Robbie, your team's better. That's probably something that's going to change in the future.
Do I smell a name change? Robbie's week 1 midgets. What are we doing?
That's fitting. Let's dive into the games, DZ. Let me see if I can't pull up some of what went down. Weekly live scoring summary, maybe? Oh, this will work. Let's start out. We're going to go left to right. Let's start out with Seward and Robbie. Let's go there. We know Robbie got the week 1 L. Seward put up 223.4. Robbie 204.4. Both teams over 200. Let's start out with Robbie on the loser side. Where did he lose? Where does he have confidence building going forward, DZ? You got pulled up yet or no?
Yeah, I'm just, I haven't done shit. You know what? Dude, Dallas Goddard, I mean, the dude showed up big time for him. I gave him some false stats early Sunday because ESPN was being really fucking weird. But he ended up 24.1. That's a really good player. Maybe replace Austin Hooper's production from last year since he's in fucking a black hole over there in Cleveland. And Lamar continues to just fucking beast the league. This is just bad luck by Robbie. He had a good week. Looks like his efficiency rating is not very good. Chris Thompson let him down. McCole Hardman let him down.
Those receivers, a lot of receiver issues there.
Yeah, but I don't see no one that I would have started like besides. You know, it's like, are you gonna really put in Keelan Cole? You know,
No. Nice.
You know, just like David Njoku outdid Austin Hooper. It was probably, I think he was touchdown dependent, but there's not really Robbie could have done here. He started the right guys. He just got unlucky. He's going against a really good team, so I mean, it is what it is.
Nice to see his rookie, Patrick Queen, getting a nice little 16.7 score. Look on the Seward side, starting out 1-0. Good way to start the year. Did he go with the right quarterback, 30? He did start out the year going with the right quarterback. Whoa.
You know, when you brought this up, I think when you brought this up last week's show previewing this, you talked about is he going to start the right quarterback? He's going to start the right quarterback. Well, the right quarterback is Kyler Murray. I think you're going to see it throughout this year. Kyler's going to separate himself from the other quarterbacks. He's going to become a must-start quarterback, and good for Stewart because he took this guy in the first round. You need him to kind of produce like that and relieve you of that fucking quarterback headache that I'm in right now.
Agreed. Kyler's ascending. Looking at the rest of his team, a lot of low scores across the board. His running backs all have been good for the past few years.
That defense is atrocious.
Yeah, a lot of. He had just a handful of big scores that pretty much carried the way.
Like someone make a play for you, Seward. Good. Fuck.
On D, I agree. Good week one, Seward in the books. Let's move on to our next game. We have Straight Cash Homie. Casey getting the W, 221.3, a solid score. Not quite Seward's score, just off by a couple, but did get the victory over you, DZ, 166.1. As we know, you're rebuilding. Do you like what your team showed you in the spots where you're building your like blocks, your Lego blocks?
Like literally, what am I supposed to be happy about right here? Like what? Like Corey Davis?
The resurgence?
Big Ben, like Monday night was over half. I think I scored 100 points on Monday night, dude. And then it was like I was at like 66 on Sunday. After Sunday night, completely embarrassing myself here. Big Ben though, man. Big Ben's back. Somebody you need a quarterback late. You might want to do a playoff run. Need a quarterback? Come talk to me. Juju's probably not going nowhere, but he's back. It looks like. I mean, that's the only bright spot. Other than that, I got my fucking ass kicked. Simple.
Casey got a lot of across the board scoring.
And he got a sub. He got a sub too.
Yep, he did take advantage of the sub. Robbie Anderson did get put in there for 25.5 points for Golden Tate. Kind of the reason, one of the things why we brought this backup player thing in. Didn't have any effect on the outcome of this game, but could potentially in the future. That's why he brought it up. But yeah, Casey got a better score because of it. So still is kind of a cool rule. Move on to the next game. This was possible to heavyweights this year, as some would allude to and think. I've seen a couple people say Bird is the up-and-comer this year, the team to look out for. I picked Rupp as I don't know why I picked Rupp as my Super Bowl winner. What was I thinking? I wasn't prepared. I wasn't prepared for something else, but that's what I picked, so I got to ride with it. Too much time in the garage, dude. Too much time in the garage. But Rupp does get the victory, puts up 243.1, which is the second highest score of the week. Pretty impressive. Bird 215.9. Well, let's start with Bird. He did run into he got a tough injury with Michael Thomas. I know that's a big blow. Maybe if Michael Thomas is Michael Thomas the whole game, something else happens. What do you think of Bird's team going forward? Still one of them guys to watch out for?
I mean, of course, but terrible luck. Michael Thomas is a huge player. He's got a high ankle sprain, and the reports are not good today. They're talking this might be more severe than they thought. Then you obviously saw the DeAndre Swift drop touchdown. Wow, that fucking sucks, bro. Your first round pick could have made a huge play, could have changed the whole trajectory of his fucking rookie year, in my opinion. And now it's like, man, now is this guy gonna have confidence issues? Is the offensive coordinator gonna, not want to play him, in certain spots, And then Leonard Fournette, they didn't even fucking use the guy. So I mean, they stuck to that. They stuck to their guns. They said Ronald Jones is the dude. I don't even know how many touches Ronald Jones had, but he had to have more than 6. So that sucks for Bird. He's off to a bad. He was off to the best start of the morning, bro. If you remember, Russell Wilson and Chris Carson hooking up twice, double points. I mean, you got to be just fucking ecstatic, and then for it to end this way that's disheartening.
I agree. Rupp put up a lot of solid scores everywhere. Definitely carried-ish by Josh Jacobs with a big day. We saw him as the number 2 point scorer, 40.9 points, 3 rushing touchdowns. Good start from his rookie to his career. Fresh Prince, if you will. You like that nickname, Fresh Prince? I saw on Twitter. Huh?
I like it.
I saw on Twitter some people were or somebody put just commented on Edwards. He goes, "As I sit on my throne as Clyde Edwards-Helaire," and I was like, "Oh, Fresh Prince. That's perfect for a nickname. I like it." So I haven't heard any. It's not on his NFL reference, so I'm coining it.
Nice.
But he looked good. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his running backs. Kareem Hunt got a lot of burn. Rupp's team looks good again. Anything you want to say about Rupp?
Yeah, I mean, just real quick, something that popped in my head. The guy didn't have no running backs like 2-3 years ago. Now the dude's got like the fucking one of the best RB cores in the league. Hats off to the guy.
And Malcolm Brown and Chase Edmonds on the bench. You never know. All right, next matchup, we go to the High Point King, Week 1. Pete, 256.1, getting the victory over myself. Put up 230.9. I was hoping is probably the better word for maybe a Super Bowl hangover from Pete, and he wasn't paying attention to stuff, but that's never the case. Pete was on it. High Points Week 1. Good start. What do you think about Pete's team? Oh, let me just say, I was frustrating. Just going in this matchup, balling out with Aaron Rodgers, and he's got Devontae Adams. That just makes me sick to my stomach. I'm glad we get matched up Week 1, get it over with. Let's move on with life. But like, if there's a potential matchup in the future, hopefully there is. It sucks knowing that if I start Rodgers, he's got Adams.
I really want to just call you out right now. Is that fine?
Yeah, fuck it.
Okay, dude. Okay, bro, come on, man. You're my boy. You're going against Pete, bro. You need upside. You don't need which you didn't even get, like these like low floor or high floor guys at linebacker, bro. Throw Nyheim Hines in the fucking game, bro. You talk about it all the time. He's a pass catcher. You told me 2 years ago he's going to catch 6 balls a game. He's playing with Phillip Rivers. I know Marlon Mack got hurt, but Nyheim Hines was the first one to score a touchdown in this game, and he had a big-ass game for you. I can't believe you didn't go. You went one running back against Pete. Dude, that's a death trap, bro. You can't just start one running back. You got to go for the fucking high ceilings here. I would have definitely had Nyheim Hines in. I would love to hear why you did not.
Yeah, it wasn't good. Not a good reason. And you want to know the worst part about it too? I had Nyheim Hines in there, and I decided I got 3 running backs. I thought we were going to beat the shit out of the Jags, and I thought we were just going to be run heavy. Run. Little did I know we were going to throw 46 times. So I just wanted to get a look at the offense first because I do like Nyheim Hines, but definitely was not a smart choice. To make matters even worse, I put in Blake Cashman.
Yeah, who is this
guy? The guy that scored me 0. He was I saw he was starting. They had all their linebackers hurt. Avery Williamson and whoever the hell the other middle linebacker. CJ Mosley, and he was supposed to play apparently, but
he sounds like a slow white guy. Just off the rip.
Oh my God, we've had great slow white guys. Who was the guy?
True that.
I feel like the Saints had one that got just tackles. I don't know. Anyways, or maybe it was the Falcons. Regardless, Pete put up a good week. Freaking
Naeem Hines
Devontae.
makes a difference, right?
Yeah, I would have
Like,
won. I would have won. Raheem Mostert had a good
so
game.
gross.
I had good guys too. Dalvin looked good. Got him. Calvin Ridley. He's new to my
Dude,
team.
Ridley, bro.
Aaron Rodgers
Fantastic.
played well. So, anyways, good win, Pete. I like where my team's going. I think we can build on it. Get Naheem Hines in there. Maybe Miles Sanders will be good going forward. Next game, we got Matt getting the W over Jerome, 214 to 203. This one is pretty close. I believe it came down to the end, maybe Drew Lock Monday night, but he only put up 15 points. Give me your thoughts on this one.
I mean, I'll be honest, bro. This is the first time I've looked at it. Obviously, for my own interest, I want Matt to lose every single game.
Because you have his pick?
I'm guessing probably in Jerome's best interest, he wants to lose every single game. So, conflict of interest here. I mean, he did put out his best lineup. Joe Mixon's trash. Marlon Mack got hurt. Matt got the win.
Yeah, Matt's got – I mean, he's probably not going to miss a quarterback. Josh Allen blew up on his bench. I know that, so that he could have a big year this year.
Dude, oh, my God. Look at his quarterbacks.
His receivers, with Michael Thomas out, Emmanuel Sanders might get some more burn. Will Fuller looked like number one.
Jamison Crowder.
John Brown, he's got Crowder on the bench that went crazy. He probably gets in the lineup next week.
Crowder's a good player, bro. I traded him for a third-round pick. Anyone in the league could have had him for a third-round pick. Man, you got to step up and get players like that when you guys are competing.
Matt might sneak off a couple wins here, surprise some people. We'll see. Jerome's team did a couple of his young guys. Jonathan Taylor going to get a bigger role. Marquise Brown, T.J. Hawkinson. He's rebuilding, so like all of his young guys are the ones that showed up per se. So that's probably Chase Young with a sack and a half and a forced fumble to start his career. I think there's some things to take away positively from Jerome's day.
Hey, real quick, Nate. Nick Bosa or Chase Young?
Chase Young.
Really?
I mean, I haven't seen him play, but I'm going Chase Young.
Oh, he did. I watched him play against Wisconsin last year. This is the first half, and it's absolutely destroyed him. It's going to be fun to watch, man. It's going to be a fun rookie to watch.
Let's look ahead to week 2. Sound
Are
good?
we done with these games?
Yeah. We got
I'm sick of week 1 already.
a week 1. It happens fast. We're going to be – is this the best way to look at it?
Where do I go? I go to franchise, I think.
Who should I start? Fantasy previews?
Previews, yeah.
Yeah, but if people don't have their lineups.
No, it should have last week's lineup at least.
Okay, that's
Everybody.
cool. That's cool. Okay, first one of the week. We're starting with Pete. Before I get into that, hold on. I got just like 2 more little side notes. Week 2 stuff. Once again, Tito, only owner to go 2-0, has the opportunity to go 2-0 this year and last year. Pete has the best week 2 record in the history of the EDL. He's 6-2 on the.
Look shit up, my guy.
I'm a genius.
You got a lot of time on your hand.
And on the flip side, who is this matchup this week? We'll see what happens. But Casey has the worst week 2 record. He's 1-7 in his career in week 2. We'll see if he gets the week 2 woes away, and that works out as the first matchup I'm looking at. But we have Pete and Casey. Casey got a shot? No?
I mean, well, you know how they always say, like, you know, they throw like 2 dope stats of teams together and they say something's got to give.
Yeah.
Like you just said, Pete's 6-2 lifetime in week 2, and Casey's 1-7 or whatever you said. Like that's the opposite of something's got to give, right? Like that's a guarantee. Like go to fucking your bookie and put some money on Pete. He's gonna cover the spread here. It's over already. Sorry, Casey.
Casey might make it interesting. His projections, I think, is a lot lower than what he will put up. He might make it interesting if they decide, fuck it, Detroit. Let's draft a couple running backs in the second round for 2 years in a row, and then we'll sign a 36-year-old guy and just make him the bell cow. Like, what the fuck? But maybe Adrian Peterson gets a touchdown or 2. Again, Grandpa Frank Gore comes in for the hurt. Le'Veon Bell, maybe he gets a touchdown or 2.
Bro.
What?
Do some research. Is that the oldest starting backfield in the league right there ever?
It's got ever.
God damn. Those guys are already got CTE. You know what I mean? Like, and they're still playing. It's crazy.
I got Pete. We both got Pete. Casey might mess around and he'll definitely get closer in what this projection is. Let's keep moving on. We got my team versus Tito. I'm the one that has to stop Tito from this 2-0 shit. That's done. I haven't even looked yet. Tito, my
Uh,
guy.
uh,
Done and done. Wait till I get Naheem Hines in the lineup. And hopefully Miles Sanders is back. I'm going to pick me. We don't need to talk much on this. You think Tito's got me or I got Tito? I'm better than I used to be, DZ.
well, it's so funny because I mean, like you're lucky, bro. You or Robbie are gonna win a really shitty division, and it's just not fair, dude. And it's just not fair. It's not fair to everybody else, dude. And as far as this game goes, you never know with Tito, bro. You never know. Uh, every once in a while, this guy just drops a bunch of fucking points. He's got talented guys, but I think I'm gonna go with you on this one. A-Rod's back.
A-Rod's back. I like it. Tito, I got you this week. Let's move on. We got Jerome and Rupp here. Jerome's going to try. He didn't win week 2 either last year. This is his week 2 matchup this year against Rupp. What percentage chance are you giving Jerome here?
None. 0.
Zero?
Like it's not gonna happen. I wish that I was in the EDL team survivor pool because I'd pick fucking Rupp 10 out of 10 times.
I'm with you. I got Rupp here. Probably lopsided again. Jerome's gonna get some wins. It's not this week. Too much right now. Go on to the next matchup. Ooh, here could be a good one. We got Robbie and Edwards here.
Both teams need to win.
Both teams need a win. One of these two is going to be 0-2 to start this year, looking at doubleheader week and shit in their pants. Who's Lamar playing?
Well, I'll tell you what, Nate, real quick while you look that up. You know these projections are absolute dog shit when Le'Veon Bell is projected for 15.6. I don't think that he is going to make it for that game.
No, he's not.
Maybe.
I'm gonna go Robbie here. I pointed out I didn't like Edwards' depth last week, that it might bite him in the ass. And he lost James Conner too. Edwards might have to do his famous wheeling and dealing. Some stuff going on, but he's got 2 big injuries and Debo's out. I'm gonna go Robbie here. Even though I don't want to, I'm gonna go Robbie. Did you pick? I don't know if you picked.
Fuck, coin flip, man. I'll take Edwards.
We got next game, you and Bird. We know your team's rebuilding, so I'm gonna lean Bird. Obviously, Bird gets a bounce back victory. Maybe gets back to 500 and gets that train rolling. Some of you guys are. Who's the leader of that train? Are you driving the train?
What train?
The Bird train. The Bird's gonna be good. I think he's still on a 5-year deal. 5-year plan.
Definitely Bird's good. But look at Corey Davis is back. Okay, I don't even want to say back. He's here. Corey Davis is a beast, bro. I'm gonna take Bird out and put this guy in severe depression.
I like the confidence, DZ. We got. Is this our last game? We got Matt. Is he gonna be 2-0? He's got Seward, the tough team.
Motherfucking Seward, you better take care of business.
Seward stuff. I got to roll with Seward, but again, I mentioned it in last week's show. I think I did pick Matt last week. I think his team's a little better. Some things have broken his way already. You know, obviously Will Fuller got better with the loss of D-Hop. Losing Michael Thomas, you got to assume Emmanuel Sanders. Crowder's already in the lineup. Hey, he didn't have to listen to the show. He knew. He's like, I got to get this guy in the lineup. So he's starting 5 wide receivers. I like it. I like what he's doing. I think it's going to be a good game, but I'm going to go Seward.
Seward.
All right, cool. That's it. That's week 2. We're going to be buzzing through this. Everyone, again, talk about that backup player shit on the site in the group chat. Any other famous words, last words, DZ? Are you done?
That's
this
it.
Is the realest
Oh my God.
Dynasty League
That's
ever. See y'all next week.